Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A, where we go over all latest news that happened during the week of mobile and tech, and answer your questions live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below, and we will answer before the end of the show. Alright guys, so some big news this week on the front of the S22, the Note 22. Let's get down to it because it's been a confusing week. But it looks like we do have the final of all of this. And that is, first and foremost, we got Ice Universe. Used to be very reliable, has slipped up on occasion here and there recently. Seems a little bitter towards Samsung as well. But saying, update, the Note is over. But it's not over because the S becomes the Note. So basically, the S22 series would take over the Note series. That's not exactly what happened. Because what we were hearing was, oh, the S22 Ultra will have a Note 22 bump. That's how it'll be. That's how it'll look like. And we were going to have this new design Note. This was the first iteration of it. And this is a more believed version of it. That, you know, more of a squared off kind of look that we've gotten in the past from the Note series, and with the new bump, but a little bit different from the current bump, which I feel is a bit cleaner. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this kind of bump better, or the kind of bump you're seeing on the screen? Let me know in the comment section which one you like better. But overall, that is going to be what we have there. Then we also got some leaks that it will, of course, have the pen built in. So as confirmed, they were getting the pen built in on this phone. So, okay, we're like hearing everything about it. And, you know, we see all the sides of it. Pen built in, new camera bump, all that kind of stuff. That's what we're getting for it now. However, then we're getting a little bit different. Because now we have confirmed two new things. And that is the S22 Plus will now be called the S22 Pro. Now, I feel like some people are going to say this is a little bit cheapened because really now they're going away from the Samsung naming scheme and going towards an Apple naming scheme. Apple did the whole Pro line right. They did it, you know, to whatever success. Samsung has actually always took the alternative route where they did not call their phones Pros, they called it Plus. And I thought this was again, a way to make themselves stand out, but that was one thing. And then we finally got the confirmation we had been wanting to hear, because I knew I was going to go on a rant if this was not true. But it does look like it will not be the S22 Pro, but it will be the return of the great one. The Galaxy Note 22 Ultra is what will be announced. So that is what we're looking at now. That is what we're looking to confirm. They're even apparently making it a little bit lighter to compensate for the pen right now. Lots of other rumors flying, but that's the big one. That it looks like we have confirmation. We are going to get the S22, S22 Pro, and Note 22 Ultra. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are happy with that. Are you excited for it? And I will address the rumor, although, again, I do not believe this is true. There's rumors right now that we could get an announcement as soon as December instead of January. So 2 months ahead of normal and 1 month ahead of the earliest they've ever done it. And that it would now come out in January. The only reason I could see this happening is if their foldable sales aren't going the way they wanted. And in fact, the Fold 3 is not where it needs to be in terms of sales to replace the Note, which I could definitely see. I think the Flip 3, again, is a really good device, and I think it's well worth the price point of $1,000. But the Fold 3, I never thought would be good enough to replace it. in terms of the Note, just because it doesn't have the best of the best that the Note has. The Note, what it's known for is having the best camera, the best battery life, the overall best phone of the year. And that's what we want. We want the best phone of the year. I will tell you right now, it most likely will not be the S21 Ultra from Samsung. This is, currently, I would say still, even with the new iPhone coming out, and yes, I'm getting the new iPhone on Tuesday, so you'll be seeing those comparisons. Even with the new iPhone coming out, I would still say this is the best camera out for about a month. Because, of course, the next thing we have to talk about, the next big article, is the Google Pixel 6 Pro's camera. And I will say, yes, R. Rawson, if you are watching, because you always say I have to mention this camera. And I do, but there's so much news on it that we have to talk about it this week. So, here's the thing. The Pixel 6 Pro camera, we have the final camera specs. So 50 megapixel rear camera, 12 megapixel wide angle, which is the only one I'm kind of annoyed with. I want a better wide angle camera. 48 megapixel zoom, 4 times optical, so already better than the iPhone 3. Or no, wait, the iPhone, I think the Pro got 4 finally, but the iPhones had 3 before that. A front-facing camera. On the Pro, you're going to get a 12 megapixel, and I believe it's a wider angle too. And then on the Pixel 6, you're going to get an 8 megapixel. But what I'm really excited for is the new features. So we're going to have manual white balance, and this is going to be after the fact and auto. So I really like that because I want it to be auto. They are finally going to bring something that we did not get last time around, and that is the magic eraser. This will allow you to remove objects from a photo. This is going to be something that I really, really want to see. Face deblur, which was a privacy thing before that was talked about, and it looks like we might actually get it this time around. Scene lock, which is more basically a lock functionality that we haven't really seen in Pixel phones, but we have seen in other phones, like Samsung has this, and I love it. Basically where you hold it down and it will lock the focus and the current lighting for that specific photo. So really like this. Bluetooth microphone support. This is big because honestly, this should be on every smartphone. There's no reason for every smartphone not to have this for video recording, but it does look like we are going to get Bluetooth microphone support. So that's going to be huge. I was a really big fan of this when this came to Samsung phones, and it should, again, be for every phone. Motion blur, baby mode, which I'm very curious about, frequent facing version 2, portrait spotlight, all these different things that we possibly could be getting. But very, very interested to see what we're going to be getting in the camera effects for this. Also, video recording will go up to 4K at 60 frames per second, so very excited to see that from a Google phone, especially with this new processor chip that should improve their quality dramatically. So yes, I am still very excited for this phone, but I will say, if the Note 22 Ultra comes out January, February, that's a very interesting proposition to see which phone everyone should upgrade to. All right, guys, that is the news this week. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about what we just talked about, and I will start answering your questions in the comment section down below. Hey, Carl. Hello, it's been a while. How you doing? Hello, Paul. You sound so much better. Happy to hear you're doing better. Yes, my voice is better for the most part. I would say I'm still not completely recovered. Again, I tested negative for the whole thing, but man, this flu just really took me down for like 2 weeks. My son even got like a throat infection from it and all that kind of stuff, so we had to give him medicine, took him to the doctor and everything like that. Like, I don't know. I guess after a year of not having the flu and everything like that, or colds, I really wasn't sick last year. This time around sucked. So yeah. Do you think, based on the S22 Ultra leaks, this is the end of the Note series? No, actually. What we've just gone down to the bottom of is it is not the end of the Note, that the Note is actually replacing the S22 series. And my only hope was that Samsung did what I told them to do for the longest time, which was just do market research. People like the Note better than the S22. It's just a fact. It's just a fact that that name has a higher regard and more respect on it. I still am under the belief, though, to be quite honest, and this is going to happen. So the Note is going to come out during the time that it normally doesn't, which is the February-March time frame. I still believe that the Note should be coming out in the August time frame. Why? Because it gets you that category of best phone of the year. And the Fold will never be that. Until the Fold starts getting the top of the line cameras, the top of the line specs, an S Pen built in, the Fold is just not going to be the best phone of the year. It needs a bigger battery. It needs a lot of things to really make it stand out. The Fold's battery life, this will be in a video this week, but is way worse than the Fold 2 battery life. I've been waiting for updates. Again, we know that Samsung knows this is an issue, but this is, something that it needs to be corrected. So, yeah, basically, it's just not going to be the best of the best. That's what the Note always was every year. The Note was often the best smartphone, either easily or with a fight, but the Note always was at the top. This time around, if we don't see anything big changes, I don't know how that'll go. I mean, they need to come big with the Note return. I think they need to really improve the cameras all the way around. Not the cameras are bad. Obviously, I just said this is the best camera phone out there. But, we still need better, especially my thing is in the ultra-wide camera. We need a better ultra-wide camera. Because that's been the most neglected camera. I mean, it's been, 5 years, the same ultra-wide camera we've had? So we really do need a better quality one, for sure. Every Samsung phone has been able to do everything the Note line can do. If you are non-Wacom digitizer, sell on non-active stylus for the reason is nothing of all of people. So first of all, that Wacom digitizer pen does things on apps that you can't do on any other phone. So you can, the thing I always say is you can select text from any app that you cannot do with your finger on any other phone. No other phone can do it, but the pen can. But again, the whole point of the Note wasn't just because of the digitizer. It wasn't. It was the best of the best. It was the best processor, the most RAM, the best battery life, the biggest storage. Everything was top notch. It did what the S series couldn't because the S series had to confine to a lower cost and the S series had to stay for everyone. The Note was for the people that wanted the best smartphone in Android or the best smartphone, period. That was what the Note is. It's not the pen. It's never been about the pen. The pen is great, and these pathetic attempts at putting a pen on the side so you have to carry it around with you are nowhere near convenient and can't even do what the Note 20 did with its Bluetooth edition. Like, they literally added features to the Note on the Note 20 that no other Note had been able to do, and no phone has been able to do since with the pen. So it's a lot more than just the pen. I know cynics and people that don't know that much will say it's about the pen, but it's a lot more than the pen. It's what the Note represented every year. It was the best phone of the year because it was always better than the Plus and the Ultra, than everything else that Samsung had. Overall, it was just better. Need a new Note. Hopefully it's February, March. My Note 10 is getting old. I'm okay with the Ultra being not hashtag side pen for sure. Oh, actually, hold on one second. Hashtag side pen is a shirt available at our store. Hashtag side pen. Let's see. I was a long time Note user for 9 years. Note 4, Note 8, Note 10 Plus, Note 20. Checked out the Z Fold 3 around pre-order. Bought the Z Fold 3. All the features can do with the Fold. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by who can't use their phone. I don't know. That was just stupid. Once you open up play games, watch movies, right on the Z Fold 3, they are also sold out in a lot of countries, but didn't expect great sales. Yeah, no, honestly, they've done better sales than expected, I think. But if the only reason why Samsung would be thinking about moving the launch up of a Note and S series is because the sales aren't that good. Now, there is a lot of issues with Samsung right now too in terms of producing processors. This is the reason we still do not have an S21 FE. So don't think that these great sales are millions and millions and millions of sales out there. I don't know if it has reached even 1 million sales yet. Yes, pre-orders were sky high, and we'll see how that turns out with returns and sales total. But it really is a whole thing of you have to figure that out, that balance of giving everyone what they want with the Fold and then seeing if people will actually keep the Fold. But again, it's a great phone. A lot of people always talk to me about it every time. I literally, I went away for a little staycation this week, went to a hotel. The valet, when he saw me take my phone out of my charger and go like this, he was like, "What is that the folding phone? Like, I've only seen it in commercials and all this kind of stuff." That's what's so cool about it. It really is that it stands out everywhere. I literally, when I go to a meeting, I go like this so I can do it. Or now that I have this phone, I just do it with this, with my kickstand, and I just stand it up so that I can see this huge screen ready for me. So I do love the Fold, don't get me wrong. It's just that the Fold makes me make sacrifices. What is my secondary phone right now? It is the Pixel 5a. Why? Because this takes better photos at $500 than this $1,800 phone. So literally, when I have both phones, if I need to take a photo, it's with this one. The thing that I will say right now is that I unfortunately, at this current time, don't really want to take videos. Because neither of these phones do great video. Neither one. That is where I miss my perfect solution of the S21 Ultra. I am hoping that when I get the Pixel 6 Pro, I can take great photos and great videos, but this is the dilemma that I currently have. I can tell you personally, from a person that does take a lot of photos, take a lot of video, that I face with these multiple phones. Can't wait to see how the Pixel 6 Pro camera performs. I have the 4XL, but it's used. It's a used one. I need to replace it. Gonna try to get a cheap Samsung in the interim to go with my Galaxy Watch 3. Hey, that's a great way to go. So yeah, the Pixel 4 XL, you say you need to replace it. Is it works still, because I would at least keep it maybe, or unless you're trading it for the Samsung phone, because that Pixel 4 XL might be a good trade-in value when you get your Pixel 6. S21 Ultra is a boss. The iPhone 13 looks sexy. Look, the overall, the S21 Ultra again is really good. I got the iPhone 13 Pro, so that should be arriving Tuesday. I'm gonna test it out for the week and all this stuff. The reason I got it, by the way, and yes, this will be a video, is because The Verge pissed me off. The Verge pissed me off again. And I tell this story every so often, but one of the reasons why I got into doing videos in the first place, which was because idiot reporters, before they were really called tech influencers, when it was just people like, I'm not saying these particular companies like CNET, but like CNET, The Verge, and, IGN, those were the only like games in town. They weren't really big YouTubers yet at that time when I was doing it. People had already started, MKBHD, Unbox, all those had already started. I just seen all those people had already started, but they weren't at the level they are now, right? So if you were a big reviewer, you were like Consumer Reports, and all that kind of stuff, and none of them knew what they were talking about when it came to Android. You could tell that these people were just people that basically had iPhones, had iPads, and they used an Android product for a week and reported on it. And it was so bad that they would literally say things like, oh yeah, too bad this Android tablet on this Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1 doesn't do what an iPad can, and this, and this. And I would literally be screaming at the screen, yes it can, you moron. And that's what got me into this. That's what got me into this whole thing. But The Verge really pissed me off today because, earlier this week, and that's when I bought the iPhone. I wasn't going to buy the iPhone. I was not going to buy the iPhone. But when they said that, oh yeah, too bad that it doesn't have, or this crappy, horrible cinematic mode that Apple has, horrible garbage film, that they have. They were talking about how like, oh well, but at least it's better than Samsung's like horrible attempt at the same thing. I'm sorry, I filmed with the Samsung before. It looks 10 times better. And I'm going to show it because I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison. Also, not to mention, this has a natural bokeh effect that definitely is better. So, yes, rant will be coming with that. Let's see. Have not been here for a long while. Welcome back, Ken. I'm hoping the next fold will have a pen inside like the Note. I love my fold. I really hope it does too. It needs that. It's so much better. Would you say the Fold 3 is a good upgrade for the S20? Yeah, definitely. Look, the Fold is great. There's a reason I kept it, right? I had told everyone I wasn't going to keep it at first, and I really wasn't. I didn't plan on keeping it. But the more I used it, I was just like, it really is nice. But like, there are times when like I take the S Pen out because, I have to attach it in the back, right? So there are times when I just have it out because I'm like, oh, it's going to get in the way of my car holder or something like that. So I have to take it off and put it there. And all of these things are just like annoying and frustrating. So I definitely wanted to be able to, okay, let's see, how this would be with the pen inside. And that is what would just be so much better because there's so many times I want the pen. Anytime you're on a website, like thinking about taking a cruise next year. So on a website, the pen is perfect for scrolling, annotating. Oh, let's look at this. Like all that kind of stuff. It's perfect. But that's the real kind of stuff where it would just be better if it was inside. It works still and it's actually a good idea. Yeah. I would say, again, the 4XL might give you a good trade-in for the 6 Pro. If you can hold on, it's probably a month away. Hopefully they do launch another Note. I'm on my 10 Plus. It's kind of a downgrade to the Note 20 in my opinion because yeah, certain things were taken off. Good seeing you again, boss. Thank you, Brian. Glad to see you again. Ricky, have you tried the smart tags in real life yet? I do have 2 of them, but I have not tried them. It's funny you say that because I am I did a GPS review that I just hadn't had time to publish for a while. So that is coming out tomorrow. Yeah, I believe tomorrow actually. So that one actually uses a different technology. But I will try to start using the Samsung ones as well, just to kind of see how they go. I really have stuck to more Tile and this new one it's called Invox. And the reason why I use Invox is because it works with my helium mining. So a lot of you guys know, if you've seen the crypto videos I have done on helium mining, it's the easiest way to gain a lot of money quickly without all of the crazy crypto issues that you're having at the top with Bitcoin and all this kind of stuff. And it doesn't take your electricity. It literally just makes you money back. And your return on investment is within less than 3 months for most people. So yeah, it's a really great thing. And so now this GPS tracker works with that system. So every time I drive my car into my GPS hotspot area, I get money back. So that's like a really cool setup that I found. So that's why I've been using those. But I know people had wanted to get opinions on the Galaxy Smart Tags, and it's one thing I've never looked into. So I will do that. I have 2 of them again, so I will look into that. I hope the Note is the best phone out there. Love Samsung. Thank you for the great show. Absolutely, Paul. Thank you for coming. A lot of tech reviewers keep pushing old tech, right? Apple mostly push old tech. The Fold is new tech. Even the new Google Fold will be pushing on the market. Fold. Check out Fold sales 5 million. Again, we've heard, and that's what I said earlier. I think that the Fold, first of all, the foldable sales are 5 million. That includes both the Galaxy Fold and the Flip, which I think the Flip made the majority of those sales because it's such a good price. We'll see if they ever break it down or announce that officially. They are going to be going over their Q3 soon, so hopefully they might at least give us how many foldables were shipped out or sold. Those are 2 different metrics, but one of them we could get soon. Are there regular S Pens for regular Samsung phones? No. You could get something that Samsung did discontinue, but you can still get them used, and those work on any Samsung phone. They're a finer tip stylus. You can also get this from I think it's like Bamboo makes one of them, but basically it's called the C Pen. So, let's see if I can still find it. It hasn't been around for a long time, so maybe it might not be able to be found anymore. I can't pull it up right now, but actually, this was kind of like it. Where was the pen? I had it over here. Let me. So this pen. Ooh, they have a new one too. I will check out this one, make sure it works for it. But this is the one that I have right here. So I bought this last year when I was trying to find a pen that worked for the Fold. So this one, let's see if it even works with other phones. So it does not work with a phone like the Pixel. And it's because it really only works with certain ones. Oh wait, sorry. Sorry, it does. It does work with it. So basically, when you press the button, you have to click the button to turn it on. It will work with most phones that can take a touchscreen. This works fine for it. And it is a fine tip compared to a regular stylus. So this is what I recommended. I will send you a link. And this will work on any Samsung phone. Any Samsung phone. It won't really work on the Fold though. So that's the one exception. But any other Samsung phone, it works fine with. But I did just see, so it looks like this one is only compatible with iPad. So it's basically an S Pen replacement. Okay, I wanted to make sure of that. It does look like this is only like an an Apple Pencil replacement, which kind of sucks. I'll check out because, like I said, I bought this a year ago. You can see it right there when I bought it. So I'll check out if they have any new kind of stuff, but that was the last one that I really saw that was perfect for this. Do you think they will change the name scheming for the S22 Ultra to the Note 22 Ultra? Yeah, we talked about that at the beginning of the show. That is happening. The Note 22 Ultra will be instead of the S22 Ultra. So they're going to have an S22, an S22 Pro, and a Note 22 Ultra. That's happening. True, they're saying 8 to 10 million by Christmas is their goal. Not what will happen, is their goal. So again, we'll see. Because again, I do not believe they're doing that well if they're having that much trouble. Not that that's insanely well to begin with. The Note sells between 5 to 10 million before the end of every year by itself. So that is a phone that's more than the Flip 3, but less than the Fold 3. So you have to kind of balance that out, right? In terms of, is this better or worse? Because of all the research and development, all the screen replacements they might have to do, anything like that. Is Samsung making better off? And my guess is they're not, simply because of the fact that, again, why would they be trying to rush? If true, why would they be trying to rush another launch if this is doing well? Especially when, again, they're just catching up on processors right now. So I don't think they will be doing it, to be honest. Samsung's week of deals didn't seem great to me. I pre-ordered so much and got better deals. I wanted my credits, but couldn't find much. Wanted to watch the bands, already sold out. I actually ended up getting the Tab S7, and also all the chargers were on sale. I think they still might be, but they were even on sale on Amazon. So, Duo charger. Let's see. Yeah, so I thought this was a really good price. They had the Duo charger, the wireless charger, on sale for only 35 bucks. So I literally just bought 2 of these today because I realized that my mom and my brother were now having Samsung headphones, but they didn't have a way to charge them, and they have the watches and everything like that. So this was like a perfect way so they can charge their phone and their earbuds on the big pad, and then the watch on this one, and simple and easy. So yeah, I thought this was a pretty good deal for 35 bucks. That was today's sale for Samsung. It's normally on their website only, but they had it on Amazon too at the same price to match it. But I will also say the Tab S7 was a really good deal. It was the Tab S7 and the Buds Pro 2, the Pros. And I think I got it for like out the door, it was like 300 and something. And then I traded in an S10 Plus, so it even got down to like 100 and something. So that was a really good deal. So yeah, that one was probably the best deal that really stood out to me this week. I can tell you, I haven't had the dual charger before, but I have the Trio. It works great. The only thing I didn't like about the new chargers that I prefer the old one is this one has the ability to stand up and then put it on the side. So like the Buds and watch both work on here, and another phone does too. And then this one is for my Samsung phones. So, or any phones really. I mean, the OnePlus works on there, the Pixel 5 works on there. So yeah, so that's the only reason I do kind of like the old ones, is because it had a stand up and a lay flat. I know third parties do that as well, but I can tell you I've never had an issue with the Samsung Trio, and I've had it for over a year and a half now. Will the S Pen have Bluetooth support? If so, I might get it. The Note 22 Ultra will have Bluetooth support, yes. The foldable phones are a completely different niche of people. Why would they have anything to do with people interested in a standard slab design? Well, because of the fact that if you are trading something to get a foldable, that will make it less often you get a sale. Just that simple. If you literally have a better camera, I have these two phones, right? I have these two phones, a foldable and not foldable. This one is more expensive than this one. This one has a better battery, has a better camera. Both have a lot of storage. Both have 512 options, so you're fine there. But why would I get this foldable over this one if I take a lot of photos? Why would I get the foldable over this one if I need a long-lasting battery, if I don't want to charge in the middle of the day? This one I have to charge in the middle of the day. This one I don't. That's a fact. So it depends on the user. Everything depends on that. So the reason you need to appeal to both is because you want more sales. Greed is good. The way to get more money, the way to get more sales is to give the people what they want. If too many people can point out bad things about the Fold, then it's not going to really help. I already have a Tab S7. I love it. I have too much. I went to Verizon today. They could not help me today because they only dealing with iPhone 13 launch. Do you think this is a common or bad customer service? I think Verizon in general has bad customer service, to be honest. This is coming from a person that used to work with people at Verizon, work with people at AT&T, did marketing for a third-party company that did work with all of them. Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Verizon reps know the least about the products there. They only know how to sell. They know how to sell you on a free tablet to get another line so they can keep their company in business and meet their quota. They are the car salesmen of the wireless industry. That's what Verizon customer service is. I will say that when it comes to T-Mobile, they are the most product knowledgeable, but they don't upsell the best. So like a Verizon person who had worked for Verizon and goes to T-Mobile would kill it in sales. Like they would be better at outselling everyone. So again, it all depends on the company and what you're looking for. And when you do find that rare person at Verizon that actually does care, they can be awesome. I have dealt with a lot of them, but the way their culture is defined less on keeping a customer happy and more on getting a customer another line and getting a customer something else to add on. That is their main priority with everyone that walks through their door. And again, you will get those rarities that do help out more and all that kind of stuff. There's also differences between a Verizon corporate store and a Verizon dealership. A dealership often will actually care more and they'll have more one-on-one time with you. They want to meet their quotas too, and they have their own things. Like a Verizon dealership employee will get paid more off of selling you an older phone than a newer phone. So when the iPhone 13 will come out, they'll actually try to pitch you on a iPhone 12 because they'll get more money off of that than the iPhone 13 sale. So a lot of things that happen in the wireless industry that I got to know about that are very different for sure. I got Apple users loving my Fold, saying they can't wait for Apple to get on the unfolding market. It might take over all phones. prices should keep dropping. Absolutely. And honestly, I really do see folds as a good 1 to 5 year change. But once we go to glasses, folds won't matter as much. I think rollables will be very interesting as well. I think that's going to be a very interesting proposition. But I love the idea of new technology. I love the idea of new innovation. I cannot wait for all this kind of stuff to really be coming out more and more and more, and for us to get it. And I will never say that's a bad thing, because it's what we need. What are your thoughts on the Surface Duo 2? I did pre-order it. I'm going to be testing it out for 2 weeks, and then I will be returning that one, because I don't plan on keeping it, but I do want to see firsthand what I think about it. I want to see it side by side to the Fold, because that is its main competition, and really see how it comes along, and really see how the productivity is. I think Microsoft shot themselves in the foot, though, by not really supporting the Surface Duo 1, because if there's one thing it tells me, is that while Samsung might support their Fold 3, at least with 2 software updates for the next versions of Android, Microsoft didn't even support 1. So, I don't know. Microsoft support, even on their own Surface products, has never seemed that good on Windows. So, I can only imagine how bad it's going to be on Android, and that's what kind of takes me away from them. It's 1:16 o'clock, Rigsby Standard Time. Shameless plug, 51st Date Questions. Yes, of course, we always have to plug in our shameless plug. 51st Date Questions is a game that I created. It's a fun dating game, just really simple and easy. Icebreaker game. You ask a question, they ask you a question, and you find out about each other. Find out if you're compatible, and also find out just how good you two are, and what their hopes and dreams are, what your hopes and dreams are, and what different kind of traits you might like about each other, and what you might not like. 51st Date Questions is in the App Store down below on iOS and Android. Links are down below. Samsung has the best deals on the Tab S7 trade. For my 3-year-old Tab 4, in January, they gave me $130 before tax. Nice. That is a really good deal. Verizon sucks. I've been with them for 12 years. Pre-ordered the Fold 3 in August 11th. Still haven't received my phones. Wow. Yeah, that sucks. I would have probably got it through Samsung directly if you have a bad experience with the carrier. I have only ordered directly from Samsung throughout the time. Now, I have had viewers tell me that they've had issues with Samsung. I luckily have not yet, but that's definitely one thing that, yeah, needs to change for sure. You think Galaxy Watch 4 getting Galaxy Store to transfer old watch faces in a future update? No, because the OS is different. So you literally can't just transfer over watch faces, because the Galaxy Watch Store does not have any input on this. It's all on the Google Play Store. Now, I realized I did not charge my watch this weekend, so it did last a full 2 days. So I will say it lasted a full 2 days on my because I charged it yesterday in the morning, and then I'm charging it now. So it did last. It's at 13%, so it did last 2 days, but barely. I really enjoyed your knowledge on tech. I come back every Sunday. Well, thank you, Howard. I really appreciate that. I keep thinking of some new headphones. I think I would get the latest Sony noise canceling headphones if I were to get a Fold. What do you think? Sony's are great. I have the M4s for my over-ear headphones. Those are the top ones I use. Most people know the ones I prefer, the ones literally in my backpack right now, are the Jabra 85Ts, which I will always say are my favorite earbuds just because they really work. Awesome. They're also the only Bluetooth headphones, I think except for Sony, that pair to 2 products no matter the brand. So I can pair it to an iPhone and a Samsung phone at the same time. I can pair it to my computer and my phone. I can connect it to 2 computers. I can connect it to a tablet and a phone. Whatever it is, it can pair to 2 devices, and I love that about the Jabra series. The other ones I have really liked that surprised me was the Pixel Buds 2. Much better than the Pixel Buds 1. And even the Pros, in comparison to them, the Pixel Buds 2 actually fit my ears better. So they changed the ear tips. I did notice that, and they just fit my ears better. Glasses are already creepy. People would spook, people would record knowledge with absolutely glasses. Absolutely. If you made the stupid idea to keep a camera on the glasses, that is 5 to 10 years away, easily. First, we will get people used to wearing glasses in general. That will be without a camera, but sensors on the front, like LiDAR. That's why Apple put LiDAR on their phones, to collect data so that when they're ready for the glasses, they would have all the data they need on how to use LiDAR. But yeah, LiDAR technology or time of flight sensors are all made for that purpose, so that we get used to it with glasses, and then glasses will have those technologies. But the whole idea is, if I would wear glasses, kind of like a projector in a sense, where instead of having a little screen, whatever, 6 inches, 7 inches, I could have a 100-inch screen when I look at that wall. And it's very simple. I could look down and have a 20-inch display on my desk. This is what the ability of your eye of having glasses can do. So yes, I do believe that the cameras will not be working on the first ones. It will not be a Google Glass situation, but more like a Focals by North situation, which Google did buy. So they are working on glasses again. Samsung, we already got the leaked videos of their glasses that will be coming out most likely in Q1 of next year to Q2 of next year. And we know for years that Apple's working on, that is Tim Cook's last project. He said before he leaves as CEO that he wants to do augmented reality glasses. So all this is coming, and it will be coming, and it will, like my prediction over 10 years ago that I said, in the next 10 years time, so by 2030, I truly do believe smart glasses will be overtaking or on the verge of overtaking smartphones. Glasses are cool, and but sensual. I love the gear. I love the Watch 4 Classic, except for the constant charging. Yeah. Is there a way to fast charge the watch? It takes longer to charge than the former watch Fitbit. No, unfortunately, you do have to charge just on there. One benefit is that you could, which I was going to, but I forgot, charge it off of your phone. So you can basically, if you have a Samsung phone, you can actually charge it. And the Fold 3 and the S21 series has 15-watt charging. So it's actually pretty fast compared to older chargers. Jabra needs to sponsor a video. I know. I am getting their new headphones though. Actually, they did send me an email, so I will be getting their new Elite 3 and Elite. Oh God, I forgot. The Elite 3 is their new entry level headphones, but they have like a new whole series that just came out. So the 85T was the last one, and now they're gonna have the Elite 3 and Elite 7 Pro. Very excited to see that and how the quality is for that one. They're a lot smaller, so I'm very curious to see how it'll be. Sony's latest earbuds could complete with whatever earbuds you have. I believe so. I did not get the Sony's because a lot of people said the call quality wasn't that good, and that is one thing I love about my Jabras. The call quality is really good in my opinion compared to most other earbuds. So yeah, I really like the Jabras for sure. Question. Yesterday, me and my wife got a small update on our iPhone 13 Pro Max. It seems that like I'm the only one. I asked around. It was small bug update. Possibly. Yeah, it was probably a small update. I mean, and it also depends on your, what do you call it, carrier. Because different carriers will give the okay to push out at different times. I'm liking the Buds 2 now that I saw Reddit posts on switching the right and left in your ears. I have weird ears and in-ears, and it worked for me. That's very interesting. Switching, so you put the right earbud in your left ear and the left earbud in your right ear? I have to try that. The best sounding headphones are the Bang & Olufsen's H4. Had mine for 2 years. I've heard great things about the Bang & Olufsen quality. I just have always been afraid to try them because they just cost so much. So just like, ugh. And I mean, if I would get sent them, that would be great. But like, it's hard to always, especially with headphones, there's not much ROI, return on investment. So I might buy these headphones for, $300, let's say. I might only make $100 off of that video. Just because if they're not very popular, not big, it's not going to really make that much money. So it's kind of like a loss. Then I might be able to sell them, but if I sell them, will I really sell? So it's just, that's how I always think of like reviewing a product or not. Is, am I generally going to lose money doing this? I want to review more products, but to be quite honest, my audience has told me time and time again, we only care about Samsung. I will always review other products. I will always review other brands because I get bored of just reviewing the same product and brand. But there's no question. Anytime I do a Samsung launch video, it is going to be the top videos for my entire year. As where if I choose to do a TCL phone or if I choose to do a Pixel phone or anything like that, it'll do okay. It might do good. It might even do great, but nowhere near the Samsung level. All right, guys, I think we will call that a show. Doesn't look like we had too many other questions, but yeah, should be some other videos this week. I will be getting the iPhone 13 as well, so wanted to let you know that. And yeah, should be lots of other fun videos coming down the pipeline. Thank you guys always so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like, thumbs up button, and I will keep cranking out videos as long as you keep watching them. Thank you again. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy.